Okay. Okay, here we are. We're back again. There are other Kevin Smith movies that I could review, but I've decided to kind of linearly go through the Jay and Silent Bob era instead of going to I can remake porno yet or doing some of the other spin-off ones. Oh, the Seth Rogen one. Just because I wanted to do the Jay and Silent Bob era. So we have Clerks 2. Clerks 2 is Clerks 2 is the 2006 sequel to Clerks, which he goes back to his original roots and does Clerks movie. It starts off black and white with Dante and Randal in their shop, but it's caught fire and it gets decimated. And then they go to color, and it's several years later, and they're working at the Movie Burger. They finally go with the Movie Burger, and they show them working at a burger restaurant. In a form parody of my first job at McDonald's. It's a spoof of that. No, it's not. I'm kidding. But it's very similar. Stuff like that happened. Yeah, absolutely. Rosario Dawson's in it. She was in a bunch of stuff, soaps and things. There's a new love interest in the story for them. Dante and Randall spend the movie trying to avoid being asses again. There is, I think it's Randall that wants Dante to celebrate his birthday or something, and there's like the love interest thing, and girl's pregnant, she's gonna have a kid, and he's worried about that, and they find out about that, and there's this thing going back. Actually, on the set, Tarantino, one of his favorite directors, showed up, and so did Rodriguez, and they helped him with the story. So some of this has a little bit of them in it, the dialogue. But there's no shootouts and blood and guts. They just helped them with the story. The internet was really big by 2006. So yeah, this thing was in production during several of my other stuff that I was doing. And I wasn't blogging, but I was doing personal journals that never got out. If they had, I would have gotten into trouble. Did later when I tried to put them out. But yeah, my life was in some ways similar to what was going on there. In several places that I worked at that didn't work out. That didn't make the movie bad. That made the movie good. It's like, you're making fun of this place. Good. So they did. They really made fun of it. At one point, they have arranged for this party to have a donkey show. And they actually go there in the movie. Surprisingly, a PG-13 movie, they're able to get away with suggesting a donkey show is happening. That's pretty funny. Now, when you get the DVD, get the long-playing special edition version, that contains 6 hours of bonus material. It's ridiculously long, and you can download bonus material and podcasts and other stuff. They include the podcasts, which is cool. And all that other stuff. Well, yeah, it's about as funny as the first one, and it's in color, so it's more of it's funnier than the first one in the sense that it's more straight up movie. It's not trying to be serious. It's just playing up the pop culture. It's a Lord of the Rings scene in which they get Tarantino to barf. That kind of thing. The gay look. Yeah, that joke about Gandalf's gay look, which was on shirts and things back then, that's from this movie. I made a guy puke. That's from this movie. There's a lot of pop culture that ended up in the lexicon now. That's like that was Clerks 2 that came from. And of course the racial slur, the porch monkey, that's mentioned in it. His grandma really was a racist. The racial slur is mentioned in there, and that was a joke. There was quite a lot going on that was funny. But they played that up as they weren't making the racial slur to make fun of black people. They were making the slur to make fun of the slur, which is different than what they did before. They were trying to make gay jokes in some of the early ones. They matured a little bit. They decided we're not going to do that so much. Clerks 2. really the last of the Jay and Silent Bob movies thus far in the series. There were Jay does a Silence of the Lambs joke in it. It's absolutely hilarious. Buffalo Bill joke in there, but yeah, which was actually a reference to an earlier movie in the Buffalo Bill did it. The character. He was referencing Passion, but I was also mentioning something else. He was referencing something else other than the Passion, not the Passion of the Christ, the Passion. But yeah, there's that piss and flies joke from Waiters that's in there. It's similar. Waiters is a similar idea actually, very similar, and Waitress is very similar. Same idea, they're in a diner. Yeah, and also from Heroes there was a Waiters type of deal. So it really influenced a lot of other stuff. Clerks too, really, really did. Without them even knowing it, really. So Clerks 2,